That probably looks scary. Hello, YouTube. It's John, hacking off the weight again. Again, I'm not going to have a lot to talk about this week. I'm still kind of in the middle of just a bunch of stuff's going on. Been kind of crazy, so we'll just kind of get right down. Excuse me. Whew. Another late video, actually day late and a dollar short. I'm a day late getting this video up in the first place, but at least I'm still getting her done. Let's just go ahead and we'll get right to the weight, get that out of the way. If you've been following along, I've hit the wrong button on my phone there. Last week I weighed in at 339.5. This week I weighed in at 337.5. So that is a total loss of 2 pounds. And that puts me back to just about to where I was 2 weeks ago before I had gained last week. So, and if you've been following along from the beginning, you'll know. But I did start out at 358.5 pounds. Now down to 337.5. So that's 21 pounds lost. So getting back on track, getting it. Still haven't really been doing a whole lot. I took a walk. What was that, a week ago? Just a quickie again. My bike's finally fixed, so I did get to go on a bike ride the other day. Had this big idea in my head that I was going to go on this big 5-mile bike trip, and I only decided to go to the park and back. But the park and back was almost 3 miles, so that was still a pretty good bike ride. The only downside is I always brag about how my house is kind of at the top of a hill, so that I always have when it rains, all the water runs off, and it's not too bad. It's not a hill, but it's upslope. Unfortunately, that means that all the way back from the park, I was riding uphill into the wind. It was brutal. My calves were on fire. My butt hurt. And there's this hill goes right up by the school, and just when you think you've hit the top of it, you see there's another 15-20 feet to go, where it's real more gradual, but you're still kind of oh, I'm almost there, and I got to keep going. And then finally got to the top of that, got to the end of the block, and that's about 2.5 blocks from my house. And I just sat there and I rested for a minute, just stood up and got off the seat. And the truck come up to go by me. I was at a 4-way stop, and I waved him on ahead. And he looked at me, gave me a thumbs up and an okay, and took off. And I thought, well, that's kind of good motivation, and it helped me get the last 2 blocks here. Oh, I apologize. I thought I could avoid another yawn throughout this video. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I was very tired. Otherwise, still been trying to eat a little less. I do not as good when I'm going out, and we've been going out a lot lately again. For at least a little while, that's going to be a thing in the past. My real good friend Bryant, wants to. He's been on me for over a year to do Nutrisystem with him. He wants to do Nutrisystem. He doesn't really have any weight to lose, in my opinion. He just wants to start eating better for himself. He doesn't eat too great, and he knows I have a lot of weight I need to lose. So he wanted to do the Nutrisystem, and he didn't want to do it by himself. So I'm probably on it for at least the next 2 months. I know my eyes are starting to burn. I'm really tired. I apologize. So I just got my first shipment of food today. I got 28 days worth of ready-to-eat stuff and frozen stuff that's down in my freezer downstairs. So we'll see. It's I was doing okay on my own. Maybe this stuff. Sorry, my eye burns. That's why I'm squinting. Maybe with this stuff, maybe I'll drop the weight even faster. I'm hoping to get back into the bike riding habit here now. Hopefully the weather will calm down that I can do that. So otherwise, it's just been pretty crazy. I'm still hoping to hit my goal of 325 by the cruise that I'm going on here at the end of May. So, I've got about 3.5 weeks before we go, and I don't know if I can hit it or not. I mean, that's just a little over 10 pounds, or yeah, what is that, 337, that's 12.5 pounds I gotta lose in 3 weeks. So that's 4 pounds a week. I don't know that I'm going to be able to hit that. Maybe the combination of Nutrisystem and the exercise, I don't know, I hope so. But if I don't, I'll hit it eventually. I was hoping I could hit it, by then, but and a quick update on my blood pressure. I don't know if I can't remember if that had happened by last week. I think I was hoping to have a good, time going into the doctor for my blood pressure, and I did not. It was back up to what I thought it was during my, the health fair results. So it was, when I went in the other, last week, it was up, they claimed up to 130. It was 130 over 100, and so they put me on blood pressure medicine. So I've been taking that along with my cholesterol. Been kind of iffy on my fish oil pills. But yeah, my cholesterol pills, I have my blood pressure pills now, and taking vitamin D plus a multivitamin, taking the appetite suppressant when I think I'm going to need it. I don't know if the suppressant is helping or if I'm slowly getting used to not eating as much. I seem to get really hungry at the right times, but then when I go to start eating, I get satisfied pretty quickly, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I've got that going on. Went in this week for my blood pressure after being on the medicine for about a week. It was better. It was back down to like 122 over, what was it, 182 over 92? I think I've got it on my phone here. I'll double check. Not prepared at all again tonight. I've just, as I said, it's very late, but I wanted to get this done since I didn't do it last night. Had a big old storm. I was kind of hesitant about trying to get doing this stuff in the middle of that. So 128 over 88 actually. So not too bad. Like I said, 2 weeks ago it was 130 over 100, but before that it was almost steady 120 over 80. So I don't know if it's the phentermine increasing the blood pressure. Could have been lingering leftovers from my gout attack from a few weeks ago. So could be a couple different things. Obviously I'm not down in my basement yet. I didn't get that all done. I got about halfway done, but I didn't want to film this down there with all that crap in the way. So anyways, I'll cut her off here. I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. I still got to edit my graphics in and get this thing uploaded. So until next week, everybody, stay classy, YouTube. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.